up, I like scary? We are back. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having an awesome day. It feels great to be a horror fan. So you guys are going to talk about something that we possibly did not piece together in Scream 6. Plus, what's the plot in Scream 7? So, yeah, you guys. Before we get into it, definitely smash the like button because it definitely helps. Now, so we see Scream 6. We get three killers revealed, man. We get three killers revealed. And before, I get into it, you guys should have been seeing Scream 6 by now. But if you haven't, we're definitely going to be talking spoilers in this. But, yeah, you all, we get three killers. We get three killers, man. And it was Dermot, Quinn, and Ethan. Now, we hear something interesting that was said. I touched on immediately when I got out the theater because it just did not make sense to me. Kind of reminds me of that Amber situation in Scream 5, which we're going to get into. But Quinn says, she stabbed Gale and Mindy. So this is very interesting because even in the theater, I actually heard a man under the Ghostface robe, like clear as day. I'm pretty sure that, the people who edited it with radio silence, the editors definitely heard that. It kind of seems like stuff is starting to become on purpose in this, past few films we got with Scream. So I hear definitely a man under there. And you're not telling me that Quinn, a whole female. Now, I'm not saying anyone can't jump over a couch, but the way she jumped over and kept that footing, it is very interesting, man. So we see Quinn jump over the couch, approaches to chase Gale. She does the knife swipe and everything. This is a very aggressive chase scene, and it just doesn't give me vibes that a female is under it. So, one thing that I want to touch on in this whole, even in a trailer, you can see it in the chase scenes and everything, especially in the movie, we see that this is the same mask that Dermot has on. This is the same age mask that's technically Billy's mask, right? I don't know if it's some mishap or anything. Just take what I'm saying as a speculation and a theory, but it is very interesting. I don't see how radio silence can keep fucking up. I don't see how they can keep messing up with editing and just misplacing people and just being that. I'm pretty sure, man, that they are not going to keep not tightening up things like that. But anyways, we see this, and in the scene she's chasing Gale, possibly get Quinn, and something that stuck out to me that was real interesting with this mask. And at the end, we see them talking about their mask. We see Ethan saying, "Hey, I have Mrs. Loomis' mask." Kind of took a real close look at that. Mrs. Loomis has this dark brown moldy look around the eye cuts, and we all know how Mr. Dermot's mask looked, which was Billy Loomis' mask, and they had the cracks, the exaggerated cracks that we've been seeing throughout the whole trailer. But we see, you guys, we actually see Quinn's mask. She's like, "Hey, I had Stu's mask. He's my favorite." Now, something stuck out to me now with Stu's mask, you guys. It does not have that many cracks. It's like a lot of discoloring in this mask. And this mask kind of, doesn't have too many, deep cracks. It only has one, and the crack goes across the eye. Now, this is Stu Macher's mask. When you go back to that scene with Gale, that mask is definitely the Billy Loomis mask. And I was kind of thinking, maybe they could swap mask out and everything. But in all reality, you could not. Dermot wasn't in the area. Dermot was right there when Tara and Sam, pulls off or whatever in the police car. She was there. Quinn was nowhere around. And Ethan was in the van, so it's no way. They're Kirby said they're on the west side, of New York and everything. It's just no way. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know if it was like an editing error or anything, but you can only make that mistake so many times, especially when people were just hovering over the fact that Amber killed Dewey. I've been on that train for so long saying that it was not Amber. I mean, I'm starting to kind of get closure with it, saying maybe, it's just a stunt double under the ghost face. They kind of just didn't think of that. I don't know, man. After seeing Scream 6 and they did it again, it's starting to be real suspicious, man. Almost seeming like we possibly had a ghost face through these films that has not been caught. That has been actually blackmailing the actual ghost face they're working with and pinning things on them to be a perfect and smooth getaway. So I'm starting to think that, you guys, now like I said, it's only speculation, but maybe we have a ghost face that has not been revealed yet. That's possibly the real, ghost face behind everything. That's killed Dewey. That's why, it's an honor and all of that. And just touching on everything, it just all makes sense that that can be a crazy reveal in Scream 7. And we get to Scream 6, and we get another one of those issues that's like similar to Amber when Quinn says she's the one who stabbed up Gale. It just doesn't make sense. The strength and just the footing and everything, just not, it doesn't look, I'm not saying females can't do anything. Let's get that straight. It's some badass females out here when it comes to these films. But man, I'm just in you're in a robe and everything, you're jumping around. You have to really have good footing. I've wore Ghostface costume before. I know it's a movie, but I'm just saying that I don't think that was Quinn, man. Maybe they're just, just forgetting to put little details in there. But hey, it just doesn't match up to me. And I'm thinking that possibly we can have another killer that has gotten away that has not been revealed. Because also at the end you get Sam with the Billy Loomis mask, and you're thinking she's going to keep it, for her dad, like, I'm going to keep this mask, but she actually throws it on the ground. And that's one of the shots where it ends with, the mask on the ground. It kind of pans up to seeing Tara and Sam walk away. What if that mask gets obtained by someone else, and then the Ghostface that got away ends up getting reached out to, and it kind of connects again, or that Ghostface kind of circles around and gets the mask again, and that mask comes back into play in Scream 7. I'm going to tell you guys something. It will be so crazy. It will be so crazy if in this film we've been getting, these ideas that Kevin Williamson put out, and, just in general in these films. Like in Scream 6, they try to say basically Stu Macher's dead. He's on a board. They're saying his death in 96 and everything. But we hear Mindy and Kirby talking, and Mindy says something very interesting, saying, yeah, that's if people think Stu's dead. And I don't know if you think this is some type of clue that Kirby kills Ethan with the TV. I'm like, okay, so if Ethan dies from the TV, that means, it's something like, it's like a tie-in with that. They kept referencing Stu a lot, like Stu. So I don't know, but all I'm saying is, you guys, it can be a possibility. If that money's there, Stu can come back. That's all I'm saying. If that grain is there, Stu can come back. And this would be a perfect way to bring him back, saying he was the Ghostface behind the scenes the whole time. Because this is definitely the feeling of a man in these scenes. Like, what if that is Stu Macher, you guys? What if Stu Macher is just, he does his business and he gets out. He's not sloppy or anything. He kills who he wants to kill when the story kicks up, and he pieces out. And then when something else hits the fan, he comes. Because guess what? He doesn't have to worry, because he knows it's going to be the Ghostface wannabes that gets caught, like Ethan and Quinn and Amber and Richie. He knows it's going to hit the fan with them. So I'm going to just head the hell out and just come back when my time is needed. And think about it. One thing I always said, you guys, that'll bring Stu Macher back is if Sydney comes back. Just Sydney in general. Think about it. Gale's injured. Gale, she told Sam to tell Sydney Ghostface didn't get me. You don't think Sydney's going to pay Gale a visit at the hospital, like to check on her or something? I know they said she went away to be safe and everything with the kids, but you don't think she's going to come back even when she came back for doing a Scream 5 to go, talk to Courtney Cox? I think we possibly are getting a little teaser of Scream 7. I think it could possibly bring Sydney back. Now let's get into some Scream 7. Sydney back, right? And I'm not saying Stu is the killer. I'm just saying possibly he could be some type of killer. But I think it could be a Ghostface cult type of thing fully in Scream 7. Whatever it is, I think it has to go back to the roots, connect Holly with a legacy character, plus connecting with the core four. But I think if it does revolve around Sam, it will be so cool to bring Melissa Barrera in, future final girl, and Sydney's like the legacy, and they come together to take down these Ghostface or this Ghostface. And I think that it will be crazy, especially if the cult comes full blown, and people start to want to take Sam down, because I don't know why I think they're going to start labeling Sam as the final girl, like the Sydney in Scream 7. You know what I'm saying? And people are going to want to kind of take a shot at that, because you're like Sydney now. So we want you as a target. You're the one who keeps getting through these situations. You know what I'm saying? So I think it could basically be something like that with Scream 7 and just Sydney and Sam coming together. And I think a lot of stuff that Sam's going to do in Scream 7 could possibly freak out Nev and kind of get the situation a little messy and just cluttered, because she's like, what can I do? Like, I don't know what to do with you, because you're almost like a ghost face. Can I trust you type of thing? And maybe even Sydney gets some little like flashbacks looking at Sam like, well, Billy Loomis like, bro, you're just like your dad. Like, what the hell? Or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just little clues and bits in there that could possibly be crazy in Scream 7, I think. And also, Leslie Macher. Say if they don't want to bring Stu Macher back, bring back Bloodline. Maybe she comes back. Of course, she has that'll be a crazy just reveal. Because her motive is real life, you know, just tight. You know, maybe she just grows up this evil angerness and she just targets Sydney because you killed my brother. Why wouldn't I come after you? You killed my brother. And you know, people are saying that, you know, the Machers had money. It can just be a whole different ballgame if Leslie Macher pops out as Ghostface. Or maybe Leslie Macher and Stu come together. And it's just like a whole big twist where they just come together and it's not even about Stu being dead. They just want to take down Sydney together. That would be crazy, you know. But yeah, you guys, unfortunately, this is the end of the video. Don't forget to hit me on my social media, AlexGray on Instagram, AlexGray77 on TikTok, right now on Facebook, AlexGray on Twitter. And yeah, you guys, right there, we'll say subscribe. Next to it, click join and become a member of the channel. Check out the Patreon. Comment down below what you guys think. But I want you guys to watch some horror movies. Stay scary out there. I love you all. Peace.